All right, Flashmasters, it is week 2, lesson 6. Let's get into it. So we're going to look at the week at a glance, talk about the explore task, then the create task to be, and specifically what is due today. So we are going to be completing the create task written response to be today. Only thing you're responsible for is to be today. Tomorrow it will be to C, but to be is the only thing that's due today. However, those explore tasks do need to be submitted by this Friday, so if you have not done that, please look at it. It is crucial that they're in by this Friday. And to help you get there, Ms. Lugo has sent out calendar invites for one-on-ones. So here are the ones for today. Steve, DJ, Derek, Jose, Joel, and Talani. Make sure you guys are there for your appointments. Micah, you have one rescheduled for 10:10 a.m. Make sure you make that one as well. Ms. Lugo takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to coordinate these, so please make sure you're ready so that she can catch you up and finish that explore task. And if you are on Wednesday for tomorrow's class, here's your name, so get ready for that as well. So, create task 2B. Describe the incremental and iterative development process of your program, focusing on 2 distinct points in that process. Describe the difficulties and or opportunities you encountered and how they were resolved or incorporated. In your description, clearly indicate whether the development described was collaborative or independent. At least one of these points must refer to an independent program development. There's a lot of things that they're asking you to do right there. And so I want to make sure that everyone understands exactly what you need to do to get the full points for 2B. Remember, 2B is 2 rows, meaning it is 2 points. So the first thing you need to do is describe the steps you use for your process to create your program. How did you do it? Step by step as an algorithm. Very similar to what you did for the explore task 2B, where you had to describe how you created your computational artifact. Now you're describing how you created your actual program that you're using for the create task. And then for row 3, there's 2 things they're asking you for. One is to make sure that there's at least 2 program development difficulties or opportunities that you're discussing. So be clear, here's 1 and here's 2. The second, how were these difficulties or opportunities resolved or incorporated? So what did you do? Once you found out you had a difficulty, how did you resolve that? Or once you saw an opportunity for something, how did you incorporate that opportunity or implement it later on? This is the prompt that I'm giving you all. Notice that it's different from the other prompt, and that's because I really wanted to identify what each point you need to answer in order to get full credit for this response. Again, two distinct points in the process, difficulties or opportunities you encountered, whether you were doing it collaboratively or independently, and make sure at least one of those are independent. Also want to say a lot of people have actually been doing a lot less words than they were supposed to. So make sure you're checking your word count to see if you are at least 50% of what they're asking for in the response. I actually want to take some time to show you some examples that we have. So if you look at the examples we have here, I'm actually going to click on written response for C, and that takes us here. Now, if at any point you can look at these examples, they have a lot of great examples from start to finish, so you can see exactly what it's supposed to look like for multiple different types of projects. But I just chose this one right here just to show you how you're supposed to respond. And so, just for clarity, if you do not have a sentence that you can point to and specifically say, I am answering this bullet point with this sentence, then you did not answer it. Plain and simple. First, focus on 2 distinct points in the process. They have one right here, my first difficulty, and then there is another one in which they switch it up. After that, I had to make this right move, and then that becomes the second point that they are referring to. Describe the difficulties with each of these. There is a difficulty that is described or an opportunity in the process. indicate if you worked collaboratively or independently. Again, that is done here. They talk about decided to ask my partner for this part. And then later on, I finally fixed it independently. Remember, at least one of the points that you make, one of your two, needs to be something that you worked on independently. So if you don't have that in your project yet, you need to go back and add a functionality independently so that you can write about that. All right. What is due today? If you want to receive full credit today, you're going to complete the Create Task 2B. It will be linked in the Google Classroom. That is all you need to do today. Reminder, you need to complete those individual responses for your Explore task by Friday. There's no office hours officially today. Tomorrow we have office hours at 12:30, but if at any point today you need some one-on-one help, feel free to reach out. We are always available. All right, that's it for today. Make sure you're reaching out if you need any help. Thanks, everyone. Plus Ultra.